As our star soars to unknowable lands, witnessing dreams you may not understand. Racing towards new journeys, far from anything though. Here you are always at home. Let me tell a story in no lullaby, mother to daughter as eons drift by. Here with one another, together we can say, you are my family today. Let us begin. Chapter 7. The Telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head.
I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was.
That's when she remembered her father's telescope. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floating into sight. It was smaller than a starbit.
How strange! It's so far away, but it feels so close.
She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view.
I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet.
She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright and windy days. And
I want to go home. I want to go home right now.
The girl burst into tears, and the Lumas didn't know what to do.
I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother.
The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears.
But I know she's not there. I knew all along that she wasn't out there in the sky. Because she's sleeping under the tree up the hill.
The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area.
Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama, because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me. I love starbits because they remind me of my mama.
No.
I have an idea. I'll transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey.
With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky, and just as quickly started to plummet back down. Kaboom! Kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail, and then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes.
But how?
Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things. Stars, comets, planets. We can become all of these things.
When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes someone special smile.
No more crying, Mama.
Thank you.
From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. With its many lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual,
All right, everyone, let's make a cake sprinkled with star bits. Then it will be a star cake.
The lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. As she watched the lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself,
This is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile. Because
that's what makes a mother happiest. The end. That's all. My story is finished. Monday you reach hardships you can't face alone. Lost or forgotten, you'll feel on your own. But don't you worry, your mother will never leave, and you won't have to grieve. Looking out to space where wonders abound, when it's in stars all waiting to be found. All the lazy moments